Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It is October 6th, 2015. The MLB playoffs start today. I was doing some history on Major League Baseball and the date October 6th, and I'm glad I put in the time to do this research because I just found something very interesting. Roy Halladay is a former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's played for other teams such as the Toronto Blue Jays. He threw two no-hitters in the same baseball season in 2010. One was in the regular season, one was in the playoffs. The no-hitter in the playoffs came on the date of October 6th, 10-6. Just 2 days ago, Max Scherzer threw his second no-hitter of the season, 106 days after the first no-hitter on June 20th that was of 106 pitches. I've done videos on this. What stood out from my research is that the first ever player to throw two no-hitters in one season was Johnny Vander Meer, and he died in history on October 6th, 10/6, just like the date of Roy Halladay's second no-hitter in 2010. Roy Halladay also threw this no-hitter against the Cincinnati Reds, who Johnny Vander Meer played for. Also interesting, the fastest ever pitch thrown in MLB history is by a Cincinnati Red, a player named Chapman who threw the ball 106 miles per hour. Now, with regards to 106 miles per hour, in Philadelphia this year, there was a train wreck where the train was traveling 106 miles per hour. Again, Roy Halladay played for the Philadelphia Phillies. With regards to Philadelphia in 106, the name Philadelphia comes from Revelation in the Bible, and in the Bible it was talking about Philadelphia, the original the old capital of Jordan before the Roman Empire conquered. Philadelphia was the capital of Jordan until the year 106 AD. So this number 106 has connections to Philadelphias that are even outside of the United States. But what I want to show here, Truth Seeker, is these acts in sports are no coincidence. Johnny Vander Meer's two no-hitter in one season performance came 77 years before Max Scherzer's. Max Scherzer got his second no-hitter at Citi Field, which has gematria of 77. He also plays for the Nationals, which are on the 77th meridian, cuts through D.C., known as the American Meridian. The Pentagon in Washington, D.C. is 77 feet tall. It has 5 floors above ground, 2 below, so 7 total floors. On 9/11, the Pentagon was hit by Flight 77. All of these numbers are extremely important to the Masons and the Zionists who control Major League Baseball and a whole lot more. For those of you who are listening, I want you to know that I'm not someone who's against baseball. I love baseball. I grew up playing baseball. A lot of my best memories in this life are on a baseball field. What I am against, though, are the growing men of this nation tuning out truth. Instead of focusing on truth, focusing on meaningless things such as professional sports. I mean, professional sports are a joke. What does a man do while he watches a game? He sits on his ass. Think about all the men in this world sitting on their ass watching pro sports. Imagine if that manpower was in the streets getting justice for the things we need justice for, such as September 11th. You know, that's where my mind has been since I was 18 years old when 9/11 happened. As a kid, I played sports, I watched sports, I love it, but then I grew up, I became a man. I realized there were important things in this world that needed the attention of the manpower in this nation and in this world. So pro sports fan, please wake up. Pro sports are a rigged joke. Go see my other videos. See how many professional sports things I have predicted correctly this year by the numbers. I even called the Triple Crown before it happened. Once you learn this language of numerology and gematria, you see what's going on. Max Scherzer's no-hitter this year was the first time in 42 years that 2 no-hitters happened in the regular season. Roy Halladay's happened in 2010, but one was in the regular season, one was in the postseason. 42 is significant because Nationals have gematria of 42. Again, 42 years since the last one, which was by Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan's second no-hitter was for 17 strikeouts. So was Scherzer's 17, another special number. All this stuff, Truth Seeker, by the numbers. Scherzer's second no-hitter, 109 pitches. The first was 106. The second no-hitter came 106 days later. Just look, no-hitter in Gematria equals 109. Major League Baseball in Gematria equals 162. It's a 162-game season. MLB in English Gematria equals 162. It's a 162-game season. You know, when Scherzer threw the second no-hitter, this was ESPN's page. 106. ESPN knows what's going on. It's because it's all part of a script. These networks, these leagues, they're run by the Zionists. Last year's World Series, the reason this up here, I just want to show you. Last year's World Series was between San Francisco and Kansas City. San Francisco and Kansas City both have Gematria of 122. Kansas City is originally the home of the Athletics that now play in Oakland, the other Bay Area city. This number is special. Roy Halladay, who had that second no-hitter on October 6th, 5 years ago today, Roy Halladay happens to have this Gematria. I'm just showing you how these numbers are special and why they get paired up and why these people are chosen to be the people that get to participate in the rigged performances. And also, with regards to 122 and 106 coming together, check this out. The Philadelphia train wreck was traveling 106 miles per hour. Here's my other videos this season on Max Scherzer's no-hitters. In the one I did on June 20th, I talked about how 106 was getting quoted over and over in the media, from the Philadelphia train wreck to the Charleston church shooting and more. Yesterday's headlines were all full of 106 the day before October 6th. Here's some research from people who have found my work and are replicating the skills. For those of you who think I'm just seeing this in my head, realize that other people out there who are intelligent are listening to what I'm saying and replicating the skills and making similar finds. Eric Berg here finds this connection to Don Larson, the only other player to throw a no-hitter in the playoffs like Roy Halladay. Did it on a date with some very interesting numerology. He has a name with 39 Gematria. He did it on a date with 93 numerology. And this reminds me of Ty Cobb breaking the home run record in the year 61 with 61 home runs. He did it against a picture wearing the number 39. If you write out 39 and sum it in Gematria, it sums to 61. All these numbers come together, Truth Seeker. Samuel DeSchiller down here, another guy good with the numbers, points out that both the names Don and Larson have 33 Gematria, an incredibly important number to the Masons and Zionists. Nationals also has that Gematria of 33. They play in Washington, D.C., which has Gematria of 137, the 33rd prime number. Pro Sports, coded by the numbers. The players who get the big tributes have the numbers in their names and in their birthdays. This is how they are picked. Eric Berg also points out that Scherzer wears 31 and is currently 31 years old. 31, the foundational degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. If you add 31 plus 32 plus 33, it equals 96. Those are the ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. The Nationals and the Orioles finished their season last year with 96 wins. In the other video I did, I showed how the CBS write-up had a big emphasis on the number 96. All the numbers are in your face if you know what they mean. Scherzer's first no-hitter, the final out, was on a fly-out to left field in front of the 106.7, the fan sign. The 106th pitch caught in front of the 106.7 sign, and the final pitch was 96 miles per hour on the gun. It's all documented. I have it all on the blog and in the videos. Anyway, those no-hitters aside, let's just close out with some October 6th baseball history. 1882, first World Series game. Cincinnati beat Chicago. In Back to the Future, it's predicted that the Chicago Cubs win the World Series this year. I myself have picked the Mets. I could be wrong. We'll see what happens. 1911, Cy Young's farewell appearance in a Major League game is a letdown as he loses to Brooklyn 13-3. Brooklyn, New York equals 223, like the Synagogue of Satan. That's another code for the Zionists. The same people who run Major League Baseball. And look, it was his 906th game. Drop the zero, you got 96. 1919, White Sox catcher Ray Schoch is second man ejected from a World Series. 1920, first brothers oppose each other in World Series. Kind of reminds me of the Harbaugh brothers in Super Bowl 47 with the 33-minute blackout at 13:22 in the third quarter. A blackout by the numbers. 1921, fewest hits in World Series game, Yankees beat Giants. 1926, Babe Ruth. George Herman Ruth, the name sums to 93, an incredibly important number in New York. I'm telling you, I'm sure Babe Ruth's career was scripted. He probably got to hit loaded baseballs. Babe Ruth hits 3 home runs in a World Series game. Yanks beat Cards 10-5. I bet you every single ball was loaded. New York Yankees beat Giants 4-2 in 33rd World Series. 1938, Yanks lefty Gomez sets record. 6 World Series wins without a loss. By the way, True Seeker, I just took all the baseball history from October 6th. I didn't try to emphasize the Yankees. This is just the way it's always been. 1941, New York Yankees beat Dodgers 4-1. The 38th World Series. 1945, tavern owner Billy Goat Zionist buys seats for his goat for Game 4 of World Series and is escorted out. He casts goat curse on Cubs. Cubs still haven't won a World Series since. Oh man, True Seeker. You know that curse of the Red Sox lasted 86 years? The words symbol, triangle, pyramid all have gematria of 86. All evidence of the scripting once you know these numbers. 1947, New York Yankees beat Dodgers 4-3 in 44th World Series. 1959, single game World Series attendance record set, nearly 93 million in LA. LA Dodgers sweep New York Yankees in 60th World Series. 1966, Oriole Jim Palmer, 20, is youngest to pitch in World Series shutout. Tell you what, True Seeker, my dad is a big Yankees fan. He loves to cheer for the bandwagon teams, always has. He's from Portland, though, so he's from neutral territory, Portland, Oregon. But anyhow, he thinks the Yankees are going to get beat today. Yesterday, the news was that CC Sabathia is out of the playoffs with a drinking problem. CC, like 33, like 33, who began his career as a Cleveland Indian. Both the words Cleveland and Indian have gematria at 33. Old CC. But there it is, True Seeker. Max Scherzer's no-hitter, a rigged joke. He's a pathetic man. So are all these pro athletes that accept money and sell out their fans. And you know who else is pathetic? Every fan who comes across this information and still wants to cheer for these sports, waste their money on it, and give their power to them. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.